Smart 24, driving business.
Welcome back from the break. This is still Women in Business. Doreen Kemcha with my amazing guest, Akidi Rachel, from the Tourism Promotions Club. Now, Rachel, we were talking about how to include the woman. Yes? How to, not only because she's already included really, but we want to activate other women as well to join this niche and be able to reap from it. But also, even as we give them the opportunities, we're very keen on, do they have an awareness of what it takes? Are they registered? Do they have the right documentation? Do they have the right people skills? Yes? If you are having that linkage and you are starting up your Airbnb and you have this authentic experience to offer to the tourist that comes to weave the mats and the baskets at your home, are you rude? Yes? Are you trained in hospitality? How does your club come in and what can be done really?
About our hospitality, right? The very first event that Tourism Promoters Club had was at Riverwood Site Sezibwa. And then on the panel, one of the facilitators was Kato Ayub, right? Is a very good hospitality person, right? This is a person who emphasizes, right, your character as a service provider, right? Or he gave an example of waiters, right? You can't be a waiter in a hotel and you're rude. I'm not going to come back. You get the way you talk to me, the way your services are, and it always encourages people to smile, right? Yeah. So we always bring in facilitators that help mentor, you get, because where we're going, not everyone has an opportunity to hear what anyone is sharing at that particular time, right? So we kind of make it a mentorship, though it's not like for long because it's usually a weekend. We usually do the events over the weekend, right? So, but then during the time, by the time you leave for the after the session, trust me, you're going to be so knowledgeable. Be like, okay, fine. I can be a good host. If I've been rude previously, but for the sake of making money and for the sake of making my clients feel at home, I am going to work on my attitude. Yeah, I'm going to be a good person. I'm going to be smiling. I'm going to welcome them, make them feel at home, so that at the end of the day, both of us benefit. Good service is always appreciated in various forms. Yeah, someone can decide to tip you, someone can decide to mention your name somewhere. You never know where that is going to take you. But then the problem comes in that not everyone actually gets to know that okay, I'm not supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do this. We seriously need to bridge that gap. We need to do an initiative that is going to help people understand that, you know what, this is the right way to go, right? As a hospitality person, this is how you carry yourself, right? As a person, as a service provider, this is how you carry yourself. But then there is no, like, there are very few mentors that are going to help people.
Exactly.
Yes,
and this is why Women in Business is very keen on mentorship.
Yes.
Recently we had, I won't mention names, but we had this international event, yes? And when, of course, there were the highlights. And everyone knows that it's a happening place, it's a happening event, and everyone wants to go there. They book prior, same as the other international tourists that are coming into. However, it is the bad that travels very quickly, yes? So we got to see pictures, because it was during the rainy season. So we got to see pictures of how ill-prepared they were, how people were paying for, you know, different places that had different tents that had, you know, decent accommodation, but still getting something very, very poor. About the sanitation, the lacking sanitation, and stuff like that. And all these pictures were online, and they were viral as well. So what is the image? Because this is a setting whereby any one mistake that you make will go and spoil the image of the country as well. So I know you also have something, the Kumanyagana Fest, yes? How do you plan it out intricately to make sure that some of these things don't happen?
First of all, Kumanyagana is an event in itself, right?
Yeah.
So you can't do something alone, especially if it's an event. You need a team, right? And yes, we have a team of 6. Yeah, we're a team of 6. We are like 2 ladies on board. Actually, we are 3 ladies on board. The other lady has just joined us. Yeah. But to have something that is organized, you have to agree as a team. We know very well in Uganda, bad news travel faster than good news.
Exactly.
So you have to be very keen on what you're doing, right? Make sure that if someone is going to have an experience, make sure that the best experience outcompetes whatever
bad
is there, because that is going to shadow whatever small bad stuff happens. Yeah, so you make sure you give your guests the very best of experiences, right? Yeah. That will help
overshadow any gaps, because there are small things that always happen.
True.
Yeah, but you can make sure that the positive outweighs any small gaps as you clean up.
Yes, as you clean up. And also, like I said, you learn from your mistakes. So if something happened at this event, right, next event you work hard, you make sure it does not happen, so that if a previous client comes back, the one who was at the previous, they'll be like, okay,
yes,
they have done better.
But talk about it. Why is it that there is that laxity? I have experienced it myself in Uganda. Yes, you actually go there and the staff is rude. The staff is rude, the place is dusty, and you've been waiting, you have saved your money to go to this place. Yeah, and the service is very lackluster. And you're wondering, this is what I came for, and you're giving them a piece. Of course, sometimes you may not give them, you may not be so honest, but you're hoping that the next time you go there, maybe the toilets will be better. Maybe there won't be so much dust. Maybe you will find a scone by your bedside with but you don't find that. What happens?
Well, I think as women in business, right, we seriously need to be very intentional with whatever we do, right? As a manager, you need to be very intentional about your company. For an example, as me as a person on Kumanyagana team, I have to be very intentional on what I'm going to deliver for the clients, right? If on the poster the time for departure communicates 4 p.m., right, I must ensure that at least by 3:30, people are ready, getting ready to move. You get? And then also if it's a restaurant, right? You as a manager, clients are going to come in and out, right? Your staff, the people that we employ in our work, right? Are they intentional? Do they have like enough training? Are they mentored enough? Do they know what exactly they are going to do, right? Someone is just going to come and do work because at the end of the day, I need to be paid. I mean, this is not my company, right? I'm just working to earn a living and get out. But you as a business owner, you seriously have to be very intentional. It's not the person's name that is going to be tarnished. It is your brand that is going to be tarnished. So you seriously need to be very intentional.
But this is the beautiful part, Rachel. You know, this is the beautiful part about it. As women, we are very keen.
True.
On the nitty-gritties, the small details, how the bedding is so folded in, because we take it personal. Because this is our niche in most cases.
That's why women make better managers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking to myself, to the woman that is coming in, treat it as a personal, not only just a personal business, yes, as a business, but really a personal experience that you would want for yourself, that you've been experiencing for yourself, but also for the visitor that is paying to experience it.
True.
Whether it's the clean linen, whether it's the clean, the clean plate and the clean cutlery, whether it is the dustless area, make sure that the person is able to get this experience of perfection. And I think as women, we bring that edge. we should be able to maximize on
We
this.
should. And as women in business, before we employ people to come and work with us, make sure that they actually know what they're going to be into. If you're going to mentor people, be intentional about them, right? Be really intentional, because I mean, someone who mentors me and they're really intentional about me, I'm going to show them that, you know what, I am representing the best.
I know.
Yeah, so
I know.
women are capable of doing that. We have the power to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right away, talking about the power, I want you to highlight 5 areas within tourism, immediately with your experience outdoor, that a woman right now can be able to seize and prepare for in the future mentorship series that maybe we get to plan for, and other series as well. For example, come to think about it, you've mentioned that we can look at the different experiences, the settings that we have back home, whether it's Mpiji, Masaka, Kabale, Abim, all those. That's an opportunity. Yeah. Is it millet grinding? Is it banana peeling? Is it potato harvesting? Those are experiences that anyone can start up. What other experience, like the tour guide?
Yes.
Yeah.
You see, especially in the hiking, let me give an women have this, especially Ugandans. Yeah.
Yes.
We have this mentality that we are so frightened. Yes, we are feminine and everything. Yes. You don't expect me to be guiding men, climbing the mountain and everything. Yeah. But right now, with women are actually joining that, and they're having fun in it. Right. Yeah. First of all, it helps you mentally, and it's therapeutic. Right. Yes. As a woman, it's also inspiring for a lady down there at home. They'll be like, yo, she did this, so I can do it. Yes. Yeah. Women are becoming tour operators. I know Dolly Khan. She's the CEO of Big 7 Africa, right?
Yeah.
She is an old lady, not so old, but yes, you get. But she's so flexible, right? You can find her in Sepe hiking. You can find her anywhere. She blends into, I think I saw a post one time. She was carrying something on her head like firewood. I think she was going to some neighborhood and she was experiencing that. It was really inspiring. She was like, seriously, I'm younger than her. I have more energy. I can do this. Yeah. Seeing women actually do taking opportunity as tour guides, tour operators, it's really inspiring. Women can rise up and do that. You can rise up and decide to be a tour operator, decide to be a tour guide. You don't need a mercenary, like a whole big force. People are going to be there, and if you have like a solid idea, they are going to support you. You just need to have like the right kind of people. If you're into tourism, make sure you're into a network of where they are majorly tourism people, right? Because they're going to, at the end of the day, you're going to benefit from them, and they're also going to benefit from you. For example, if there is a tour operator who has like a fleet of cars, right? There is Ange Tours, has like a fleet of tour vehicles, right? Assuming I get a number of tourists, let me say I have 10, a van carries around 14, 13 people. Let me say I have, on a specific day, I have 6. Hans has like, let me say 5. Instead of him transporting 5, I can strike a, yes, you can imagine, use this at a discount, right? At the end of the day, we are both benefiting, and we are promoting tourism, we're promoting our businesses as well, right? So I believe women can do that. We can support one another, we can collaborate, we can come up with initiatives that are going to empower us, right? And then the more you know someone, the more you're going to get different opportunities. If there is a mentorship going on somewhere, but because we partnered somewhere, I'm going to think about you. I'm going to be like, I think Rachel can benefit from this. Yeah, I'll chip you in. If you have time, you come through. That's how we help fellow women in business. You look out for one another. In this world, we can't do things alone. So,
what are those specific challenges that a woman in business maybe should be aware of, yes, before she gets into tourism? Like just a nutshell of some of those challenges.
Yeah, it's tough out there, right? It's really tough, especially for women. You're not going to know who to run to, and you know there are like exploitation of women. We are so gullible as women, right? So you really need to have a strong, let me say, standard. You have to like carry yourself in a certain way so that they do not take advantage of you. As women,
when you say standard, is it a strong will, strong drive?
yes.
Yes, as in you're determined.
Yes, you're determined to do something, and if someone brings for you, if someone comes with something that does not align with your standard, you are able to tell them that, no, what, this does not align with what I stand for or my principle, right? And then you forego that, but then you realize that most women, something comes up naturally. As women, we are fragile. I don't call us weak because women are really strong.
We have quite strength.
Yeah, we do.
And most cases, I don't really think we have, so many things that should hold us back. No, we have so many capabilities that we should be focusing on to push us forward. But however, we also get to know that there are particular patterns, behavior patterns, and these behavior patterns, such as being gullible, not wanting to negotiate, not being assertive. Yes, you know that someone is giving you a car that has been breaking down the last couple of times, but you are not turning it down because this person is telling you, you know what, I will even decrease the price for you. So you are literally, instead of insisting and saying, you know what, I'm going to get a different car from a better service provider, let me terminate this contract, you're still negotiating over a fake car. Those are the behavioral tendencies sometimes, maybe that come up in the lacking of skills that continue to push us as women, to pull us backwards. And what you're saying right now is that we should be very intentional and make sure that we don't continue to have these little gaps that keep on pulling us back.
Yes.
What other challenges do you see?
Most women, you see, the world is becoming technical, right? There's a use of technology and stuff, and it's actually interesting that women are embracing that technology thing, right? The world is becoming digital almost and everything, and we are seeing like many women embracing that, which is actually a very good thing on our side, right? To help us like build our businesses and everything. There, initially women tend to be shy. Yeah, most of my colleagues are actually shy. I'll be like, I can do this, right?
But I'm not.
Yeah.
And so many others, we are not shy.
Exactly. So we can actually do it. You can do it. Like, stop being shy. Like, you can do it. Like, look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I speak to myself in the mirror, right? I'm like, I can do this. I'm going to do it. I affirm to yourself, you're meant for greatness and everything. Most of the times women are put down because it's us who put ourselves down. Yeah, but there's nothing we can do. We can.
The future is ours for the taking.
The future is female.
I know.
The future is
There are
female.
so many opportunities.
Yeah.
But that's the beautiful thing about the journeys, okay? That we showcase on Women in Business. We have this amazing acceptance of ourselves. Acceptance does not mean that we are blind to our behavioral, flaws. Acceptance does not mean that we are going to keep saying we are fragile. No. Acceptance does not mean that we are going to say, we're going to cry wolf every time and say this is a male-dominated field. No. What we come up with is, we know that we are uniquely and fearfully and wonderfully made. We know that we have this amazing strength. Some is quiet, some is overt. We know that there are so many opportunities ahead of us and in front of us that sometimes we are blind and not seeing. But we also know that the trailblazers, you right now, Rachel, you are in this niche. You know what you are seeing, but there are very few women within this particular niche. And this is why these series are they are starting now, to be able to encourage all the women out there to seize these opportunities. I want you to stress to the woman that is looking at you right now, encourage them not only just on a personal level, but encourage them and talk to them really to get out of their comfort zone.
To everyone watching me, we as women, we have a lot we can accomplish. Yes, you could be having an idea that you've been having and you've been sitting down on for a long time, right? It's your time to get up and make it come into life, right? Get out there and do it. People are willing, people are rooting for you actually. People are rooting for you wherever you are. Get out, show people ideas. What I've realized that when you have an idea, people are going to move out and do it. Yeah, people are going to come and support you. No one is not going to refuse to help you. If you have an idea, please just embrace it. Give it your best. We are going to support you. We are here to support you as a fellow woman. We are here to encourage you. You can do it. You have everything you have. You have the idea in your head, you can do it. If you have it in your head, you can surely bring it into existence, and it can come to fruition. If you fail at it, try again and believe that you can do it. There are very many women who are excelling in businesses and we're looking up to them, right? And if there is any woman you look up to, women actually easier to approach, right? Yeah, it's easier. And if there's someone out there, like if you push yourself out there, someone, it's like the universe just comes together to, like, yes, it aligns you, so you can do it. Just you need to get out of your comfort zone and
push yourself.
Push yourself and do it.
That is what Rachel is saying.
Yeah.
Yes, she's trying to figure out words to express it. Push yourself. Push yourself.
And we
Stop
shall
waiting
identify
for
you.
people.
You see, when you come out, someone is going to notice you and they're going to push you. Yeah.
As you were talking, I remembered a conversation I had, very brief, with a friend of mine, and he's not Ugandan, and stays the other side of Kabalagala, Buziga side. Yes, as we go that end. So he has a particular test, and that test that he yearns for is for smoked meat. And I kept asking him, he has a particular place he goes to. It is not the ideal, this is a European, and it's not the ideal place that you would see him, but they know him. So I asked him one time, I said, why don't you go to, there's so many other hotels that would take you, and it's not about the money. Yes?
Yeah.
Why do you keep coming to this particular lady's place? They already know you, this is your corner. He even has a corner named after him.
Wow.
You know, every time he goes there. He said, I had never tasted meat, even when we barbecue it in our place, that smoky tanginess and everything, that smoky taste of meat is not the same that I found here. Even when you cook luombo, that thing is not there in this meat. And he said, it's not there until I taste this meat, this particular woman's meat. But then he also said, there's also a difference. Most hotels don't cook this particular, they don't have the flavor in this particular that I'm looking for, and that is a subjective word. But he said, this lady has consistently given me this flavor. Yes, and I got to know that it is just that's meat smoking on top of the banana peelings. But then there is a couple of other things that she adds. Now come down to think of it, it's the flavors that they're looking for. It's the experiences that
I mean, that's a whole experience.
I know. And as you were talking, I was thinking about it. And these are niches that we dominate as women, but we have so many other untapped potential. Rachel, it has been such a delight to have you. This is the first of many others. And we have like so many different niches and different topics that we're going to have to explore, and urge our fellow women out there to please come on board, take advantage of the different businesses and opportunities to make money within tourism in Uganda. Just a final word, just say bye-bye to your friends.
Thank you for hosting me, Doreen, and Smart TV for hosting me. Well, in case there is an opportunity for more of this, I'm available. Yeah, I can come through. And yes, we have talked a lot, we have said much, but I hope that someone, a lady out there, has really picked something and it's going to work out for them. And one day they'll be like, you know what? It was on this talk show that I really got encouraged to step out and do this. Yeah, other than that, enjoy the weekend.
This is Doreen. Doreen Kemcha. Our lovely guest today has been Akidi Rachel, talking about tourism, women in tourism. Please let us know what you think. Get onto our social media accounts, WhatsApp us, get onto Twitter, get onto our Facebook. Let us know what you think about women in tourism. This is Women in Business on Smart 24 TV. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode, and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Smart 24, driving business.
This is Jordan. When it comes to classwork, Jordan is magic. Jordan shines. Jordan makes his peers better. Jordan is a true leader. White Star Magic family. Be a leader. Be magic.
Say goodbye to paperwork and travel costs. Now every MTN customer can register to invest in securities anytime and anywhere with Zabu in a few simple steps. Step 1. Dial *292#. Step 2. Select option 1